Well, welcome to day 18 of our Energy Bus journey. Today, we're diving into chapter 18, where we finally learn what to do about the negative people around us. Now, Joy actually kicks off the chapter by reminding George of a critical truth. She says, your success in life is too important to be surrounded by the wrong people. This is why we need to build such a positive support team. People who are going to protect our energy, help us stay focused on our vision. But it's also just as important to look at who we need to avoid. Because here we're introduced to something Joy calls energy vampires. These are the people who drain our energy, who suck the life out of our goals, and who bring the constant negativity around us and in our lives. And it's probably one of the biggest takeaways I had when I read this book with my team, because I found that I was surrounded by some energy vampires. I just never really knew what to call them. And Joy warns us that if that goes unchecked, if they stay surrounding us for too long, that can cause engine leaks. It can make your ride miserable. And worst of all, they can even slash your tires and stop the journey altogether. And that's why we need rule number 6, which says post a sign that says no energy vampires allowed on your bus. But that's where it gets tough, because this means we have to have honest conversations with the negative people around us. And that's not always easy, especially if you're a type of person that doesn't like confrontation. But avoiding negativity doesn't make it go away. One way to think of it is it's like when you sweep dirt underneath the rug or you shove clutter in a closet. Eventually the dirt piles up. Eventually the closet gets too full and everything comes spilling out. In both of those cases, you're going to create a bigger mess in the long run than what you started with. So instead of ignoring it, what we should do as leaders is we should address it. We should address it head on. And Joy tells George to give people a chance. Let them change. But if they don't, you have to kick them off the bus. Otherwise, you're going to ruin the ride. It reminds me of something that I heard years ago. If you can't change your people, change your people. So here's my reflection question for you today. Who are the energy vampires in your life right now? These are the people who drain your energy, who suck the life out of your vision, who are pulling you down instead of lifting you up. These are the people you're going to have a direct conversation with, even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable. Because like George, you're going to have to take some action. Because sometimes the simple act of identifying the problem and taking the first step can move things forward. Now, something I also found interesting at the end of the chapter was when George realized that he never learned any of this in management training. It really made me laugh because here's the truth. The truth is most leadership lessons aren't learned in the classroom. They are learned on the road of life. And tomorrow, Joy is going to teach George a new leadership lesson. It's not going to be one of the 10 rules to the road of life, but it is going to be something that is impactful, important, and that we need to remember. We're going to look at it tomorrow. I'll see you then.